Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. I know, exams are just around the corner, but please, don't you worry one bit. Today, we are going to completely master Padma Sachdev's beautiful poem, Mother Tongue. And hey, if these explainers are helping you out, do me a small favor. Hit that subscribe button, share this with all your friends, and tell me in the comments which chapter you want me to cover next. Chalo, let's begin. So, right at the start, this poem gives us a little puzzle. We've got a poet, a plant, and a pen. What a combination, right? The poet needs a pen, but she's asking a plant for it. And guess what? The plant actually talks back. So what's really going on here? Come on, let's solve this mystery together. It's a really, really sweet story. All right, part 1, A Poet's Strange Request. Our story kicks off with a very, very unusual conversation. So our poet, she goes up to this reed plant and asks for something very specific. She says, "Please, give me a quill." Now, you know, a quill is basically an old-fashioned pen, right? It's made from the stem of a plant, like this reed. But the reed isn't very happy to hear this request. The reed talks back, and he's a little bit annoyed, almost like a grumpy grandpa. He says, "Are, I just gave you a brand new one a few days ago. What have you already done with it?" He's basically scolding her, asking why she's being so careless with his quills. So part 2, the quill and the reed. A small argument has started, and you know what? The reed is getting a little suspicious. The reed asks her, "Are you working for some Shah, some rich man or a king, as his accountant? Are you just sitting there writing his boring hisab kitab all day that you need a new pen so quickly?" The reed thinks she's wasting its precious gift on some boring everyday work. But the poet, she immediately says no, it's not like that at all. I don't work for any Shah. This makes things more interesting, doesn't it? If she's not working for a Shah, then who is she writing for? And then she explains. She says she works for a Shahni, a queen or a very rich and respected lady. And she describes this Shahni as being very kind and very wealthy. But this only makes us more curious. Who is this mysterious Shahni? Okay, part 3, The Secret of the Shahni. And here it is, Bacho, the most important part of the poem. This is the big reveal. Pay close attention now because this is the secret to understanding everything and scoring full marks. So, the Shahani is not a person at all. It's a beautiful metaphor. For the poet's own mother tongue, the Dogri language. Wow, isn't that just brilliant? She thinks of her language as a royal queen whom she serves. So, you might be wondering, why does she call her language a Shahani? Well, let's look at the clues she gives. First, she says the Shahani is very kind. This means her language is sweet and loving to her. Second, she's very well off. This means the language is incredibly rich, filled with beautiful stories, culture, and a long history. And third, the Shahani has many servants. This means all the writers and speakers, including the poet herself, who use the Dogri language are her loyal servants, always working to make her more beautiful. The moment the poet explains this, the reed completely understands. Its entire mood changes. It immediately offers a piece of itself, it calls it its hand, and gives it to the poet. And it says, "Take it. I am also her servant." This is the beautiful theme of the poem. Everyone, the poet, even nature itself, is a devoted servant of their mother tongue. Now for part 4, score full marks. This is your exam corner. Okay, now that you know the heart of the poem, answering the exam questions will be ikdam simple. Let's look at some of the most important questions. A very common question is about the quill. What does it represent? It's not just a pen, right? There's a deeper meaning. To write the perfect answer and get full marks, here's how you should structure it. Step 1, start with the basic fact. The quill is a tool for writing. Simple. Step 2, connect it to the poem's main idea. It represents the beautiful act of serving one's mother tongue. And for the final touch, step 3, conclude by saying it is a symbol of the poet's love, her creativity, and her devotion to her language, Dogri. Easy. Okay, next question. Why is the poet in such a hurry? She says, "Give me a quill, quickly." What's the rush all about? For this answer, remember these key points. Her urgency shows that she feels her Shahni, her mother tongue, is calling her, waiting for her. She has all these wonderful ideas and stories in her mind, and she feels she has to write them down right now, before they go away. All of this just shows her deep love and her feeling that not a single moment should be wasted when it comes to serving her language. And now, a very, very important question about figures of speech. Personification. Remember what it is? It's when we give human qualities to things that are not human. So where do we see this in our poem? Well, this poem has two fantastic examples. First, the reed plant itself is personified. It's not just a plant, right? It can talk, it can get angry, it can understand complex ideas, and it can even show loyalty. And second, the mother tongue, which is really just an abstract idea, is personified as a Shahni, a kind and powerful queen. Using personification makes the poem so much more touching and powerful. And we're at our final part, quick revision. And just like that, you've pretty much become an expert on this poem. Before we go, let's do a super fast revision of the most important points to make sure you remember them. If you forget everything else from this explainer, just remember these 3 things. Only 3. If you remember these, trust me, you can answer any question that comes from this chapter. Number 1. The Shahni is not a queen. It's a metaphor for the Dogri language. Number 2. The quill is not just a pen, it's a symbol of serving that language through writing. And number 3, the main message is that both the poet and the reed are devoted servants of their mother tongue. Got it? Perfect. You are now fully prepared for this chapter. You've got this. Please go into that exam hall with full confidence. All the very best from my side, bacho. And if this helped you, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends so they can also score full marks. I'll see you in the next explainer. Bye-bye.